Hi, welcome to Mrs. Park's Algebra 1 class. This is Chapter 7, Section 8. This is the last section of Chapter 7, Special Products. Okay, so when do we use this? Colby wants to attach a dartboard to a square piece of corkboard. If the radius of the corkboard is r plus 12, how large does the square corkboard need to be? Colby knows that the diameter of the dartboard is 2 times r plus 12 or 2r plus 24. Each side of the square also measures 2r plus 24 because each side for a square is the same length. To find how much corkboard is needed, Colby must find the area of the square 2r plus 24 squared. Okay, so in this section we're going to find out how we can do a square of a polynomial. Okay, so squares of sums and differences. Some pairs of binomials, such as squares like 2r plus 24 squared, have products that follow a specific pattern. Using the pattern can make multiplying easier. The square of a sum a plus b squared or a plus b times a plus b is one of those products. So you have here a plus b and a plus b on each side, and that squared is the same as a squared, okay, plus the 2 ab's here, plus the b squared. Okay, so here with this pattern we can make a equation. The square of a plus b is the square of a plus twice the product of a and b plus square of b. So when you see a square of a sum, you have here a squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared. So example, if you have x plus 4, the sum of x plus 4 squared, that means x plus 4 times x plus 4. When you do a FOIL here, okay, when you do FOIL, front, outer, inner, last, then you'll get this product here. So instead of doing FOIL each time, we're going to just generalize this into a rule. You have this, the first term squared, plus 2 times a plus b, a times b. So 2 times x times 4 is 8x, and then 4 squared, which is 16. All right, here's an example. So here you have 3x plus 5 squared. So first step, you're going to square the first term. So 3x squared will become 9x squared plus, you're going to do 2 times a times b. So 2 times 3x times 5. So you're going to multiply 2 times this and that. So that will become, you'll do the numbers 2 times 3 times 5, okay, which is 6 times 5 is 30, and you have your x. And then last you do 5 squared, which is 25. So you can use FOIL to check your solution, because this means 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. Okay. So here's your turn, numbers 1a and 1b. So again, let me write the equation here. If you have, if you're adding a plus b and squaring it, okay, you're going to have a squared plus 2 times ab plus b squared. Okay, so apply this equation to each one, a and 1b. Go ahead, solve your problems, and then come back when you are done. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to move on to the square of a difference. When you have the same pattern here, but instead of adding, if you have a minus, what we're going to do is, it's the same. I think there was an error here in the textbook. If you have a minus b squared, okay, that's the same thing as a minus b times a minus b. Okay, so if you do this, it's going to be the same pattern as when you add it. So you have a squared, except this time it's going to be minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. So here when you have x minus 3 squared, you have x squared minus 2 times x3, which is 6x minus 6x, plus 3 squared, which is 9. Okay, so the only difference here is that minus sign in the middle. Okay, it's now minus 2ab. Note that the after part, the plus b squared, it starts with the b. Okay, so here's another example of finding finding the square of a difference. Okay, so you see here this is subtraction. So what we're going to do here is use this equation, square the first term. So 2x squared is 4x squared. You see it's a minus, we're going to put minus. 2 times first and second term. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 5 is 20. And you have x times y, so you're going to put xy. Plus, and you have 5y squared, which is 25y squared. Okay, so simple as that. All you're doing is using this equation for each time you see a square of a difference. Okay, so here's your turn, 2a and 2b. Again, let me write the equation for you. When you have a square of a difference, you're going to square the first term minus 2ab, 2 times the first and second term, plus b squared. Okay, go ahead, finish those 2a and 2b and come back when you are done. Alright, welcome back. So here's a real world example, square of a difference. Physical science. Each edge of a cube of aluminum is 4 centimeters less than each edge of a cube of copper. Write an equation to model the surface area of the aluminum cube. Alright, so you have cube. If you say c for length, and because it's a cube, it's the same length at all. So length, width, height is all c. And here we go. A cube of aluminum is 4 centimeters less than that, so c minus 4. Alright, so we're going to try to find out the difference of these two surface areas. So here you need the formula for a surface area of a cube that's 6s squared. Okay, surface area means you have each area is c squared, and then you have 1, 2, top, bottom, front, back, left, right. There's 6 sides to it, so 6 times each side s squared. Now you have instead of s, you're going to substitute with c minus 4. So 6 times. So the 6 you're going to multiply later on, but here you have c minus 4 cubed. So that's c squared minus 2 times c times 4, 8c, plus 4 squared is 16, and you have 6 times all of that. Okay. Alright, so here's your turn number 3 about gardening. If it helps, try to draw this garden with the width and length, and then see if you can solve for a and b. Alright, and once you're done, come back. Alright, product of a sum and a difference. Okay, now we will see what the result is when we multiply a sum and a difference, or you have a plus b times a minus b. Recall that a minus b can be written as a plus negative b. Alright, so when you have a plus negative b times a plus b, okay, that becomes a squared, okay, and you have negative ab and positive ab, which cancels each other out, and you have negative b squared. So in the end, what you really have left is a squared minus b squared. Okay, so here's an example of product of a sum and a difference. So again, what we're doing is you can just have a squared minus b squared. Okay. You can do each one if you want to do FOIL, but you don't need to. You can just cut to the shortcut. If you can identify that this is the a, okay, and you see here is plus 3 and minus 3, so this is the b. So all we're doing here is a squared, so 4x to the 4th power, because x squared is it's already squared and you're squaring that, so square over square is to the 4th power. And you see here it's subtraction, so minus 3 squared, which is 9. Okay, so all of this just becomes that simple answer right there. Okay, so here's your turn 4A and 4B. This is the last slide for homework. So let me rewrite your equation here. So if you have A plus B times A minus B, okay, this will become just A squared minus B squared. Okay, so A squared minus B squared, right answers for 4A and 4B, and you are done with tonight's homework. That was a quick short lesson. Make sure you put your homework in your book bag for credit tomorrow. And thanks for watching.